What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Sabelo speaking, and I'm back again with another banger video. And in today's video, we are going to be checking out how one can do a proper fundamental analysis that is going to be broken down from the top to bottom as to how you can prepare for upcoming fundamental analysis to avoid certain pairs, or how you can position yourself to capitalize on the upcoming fundamental. Without any further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, and with that being said, we are on our fundamental calendar. Okay, so before we continue, I just want to tell you all that you need to make sure that you subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell notification, you share with your friends and family, and whomever is a struggling upcoming forex trader, he or she is definitely going to love this channel. I'm going to be unpacking some crazy type of content within this channel. Okay, with that being said, so let's check out our calendar. Okay, so this is Forex Factory. This is one of the calendars that we use for our fundamental analysis. The other calendar that we use for our fundamental analysis is investing.com. So you can use any between the two. Either you use investing.com or forexfactory.com. I personally prefer forexfactory.com as it tends to give you more insights into your fundamentals. It doesn't limit you in terms of 2 weeks or a 1 month. You can look into the future as far as, let's say, another month from this one. Let's just see. Okay, this is May, as you can see here, and we are on the 17th of May. Let's see how far we can go from May. Okay, so as you can see, May 27, we can still push and see more. June the 3rd, we can still push. June the 10th, we can still push furthermore. Okay, June 24, so that's like a whole month. And then July the 1st, as you can see here, July the 8th, July the 11th. So that's like a month and 2 weeks far ahead that you can get with forexfactory.com. Okay, so now that we have covered day by day, we're going to be coming back to our calendar and we break down each and everything that we need to consider very carefully. Okay, so the first thing that you need to make sure that is properly adjusted is your time zone. Okay, so you can see here, this is 7:43 and this is 7:43 p.m. my time zone. So you want to make sure that the time zone that you have on your desktop or wherever you are in the world is exactly the same as your Forex Factory calendar. Okay, so you can adjust accordingly. You tap on the time and then time zone. As you can see, time zone, you adjust it appropriately as to wherever you are. So mine, we're going to be using +02 Pretoria, as you can see here, and then AM or PM. Say save changes, and then it is saved. Now my fundamentals calendar time is the same as my actual time, as you can see here. Then the next thing that you wanna configure after that is your filter. So your filter here, you're going to click on the funnel, this funnel here, as you can see, click on that. When you find your calendar, it's going to be, all these boxes are going to be ticked. So what you want to do is you untick the gray one, untick the yellow, and untick the orange one. The reason why we are doing that is we want to focus on the high volatility type of news events. So that is why we leave only the red one, and after leaving the red one, you click on apply, and then your calendar will be displayed exactly the same as mine. Okay, so if you scroll down from here, you just scroll down, you can find this section here on the left, which is going to explain to you exactly as to what does this type of icon or this type of illustration means. As you can see here, the red envelope, it means high impact expected, medium impact expected, low, non-economic. Okay, and then actual pending, as you can see here, you have all of the details here. And when you scroll further down, you can even see the current central bank rates, which are your interest rates. You can view them and analyze them according to your analysis as well. Okay, so once your calendar is sorted, once it is all configured correctly in a proper manner that is going to benefit you in the upcoming future. Now, how do you analyze the news that are upcoming? Okay, for example, we can see here it is the 17th of May, and we have the next news events. You can see here, this is the green arrow that is pointing into the upcoming news event, as you can see. So you can see the exact time that the news are going to be released, which is 3:30 a.m. my time zone. And then the news, what type of currency the news are. Those are the Australian dollar employment change, Australian dollar employment change. Those are the news that are going to be released 3:30 a.m. my time zone in the upcoming day. Okay, so now that we know that, now we are going to be analyzing this detail from here, these figures here. Okay, so as you can see, you have the previous, you have the focus, and then you have the actual. So previous is those are the figures that came out on the previous news release of the employment change. And then the focus, those are the news that we are anticipating for the upcoming release, which are going to be at 3:30 a.m. my time zone. So those are the anticipated news. Okay, and then how you analyze your news is, if the actual, as you can see, this is the actual, which is going to be released exactly at 3:30 a.m. my time zone. So if your actual is greater than the focus, if your actual is greater than the focus, that means that pairs like AUD USD, AUD JPY, AUD JF, all of the pairs that start with the AUD currency as a base, they're going to be very bullish. Okay, so let me just make an example of AUD CAD here. Okay, let me just remove setup here. Okay, and let's trend line as well, switch to follows. Okay, I highly believe that those news events are going to be bullish. Okay, and this is the pair that I will take as the technical analysis happens to be in line with the fundamental analysis, which makes it for a proper sentimental analysis. Okay, so as you can see here, this is AUD CAD. So if the actual comes out greater than the focused, that means that this pair is going to be bullish. Any pair with AUD as a base, AUD as a base, meaning AUD on the front of the other currency, is going to be bullish. Okay, and then if the actual comes out less than the focus, then it is going to be red. If it's greater, it's going to be green like this here. If it is less, it is going to be red like this one here. Okay, so if it comes out red, what's going to happen is this pair here, it is going to be, that is going to be bearish. We're going to have a move like this within the market if it comes out less than the focus. So that is how you basically analyze your fundamental analysis. And what I just explained now, it applies on each and every type of news events that is going to be in your calendar. The only thing that is going to differ when you continue with your analysis on your own is that it is no longer going to be an AUD event. Now let's say let's look at the USD unemployment claims. So next it is going to be on 2:30 p.m. this is going to be USD unemployment change. So the only thing that changes is the type of currency pairs that you are going to be looking at, but everything else as to how the market is going to be affected if the actual comes greater than the forecast, and how is the market going to be affected if the actual comes out less than the forecast, it is still going to be the same, just that it is going to be on different pairs. Okay, so as you can see here that now we are on USD, so now we are going to be focusing on pairs with USD either as a base or a quote. If I mean that a currency is a base, that means that it is USD. It is USD CAD. It is USD is on the front or on the left of that currency pair. That's a base. If it is a quote, then means that USD is on the right or on the far right of that currency pair, and then that pair has USD as a quote. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then what that will mean is that for this event here, which is on 2:30 p.m., which is unemployment claims, if the actual comes in greater than the forecast, if it comes greater than the forecast, that means that the United States dollar is going to be gaining strength. Okay, and if here United States dollar is gaining strength, that means that the dollar is going to be strong, hence this pair is going to be pushing to the upside. As you can see, United States dollar is on the far right on GU, which is GBP USD, hence why we if the actual comes in greater than the forecast, hence why this pair is going to be bearish. But then if we are looking at the pair like USD if United States dollar news comes out positive, what we're going to have here on USD that this pair is going to be bullish. Why? Because United States dollar is going to be gaining strength, hence gaining more momentum. I hope that really makes sense as to how you analyze your fundamental analysis. And with that being said, your fundamental analysis, you just want to have them as to give you like a glimpse into market direction perspective. When it comes to fundamental analysis, you want to analyze your market, and then once you have analyzed your market technically, you want to see across different currency pairs as to how is the technical analysis is aligning with fundamental analysis, and if it is aligning across majority of pairs, and then you can conclude that the overall direction of the news for that upcoming event is going to be a certain way. Okay, now let me just give you an example. This is AUD USD. We can see that this market came here, respected this area, pushed up, and then came back again. So this is a form of a double bottom here, and then this overall thingy here, it looks like an incomplete W. So with the upcoming news on the AMs, I personally see the market pushing to the upside. So that means that the news are going to be positive, as I am using both the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis is to predict the market direction. Okay, so what else I want to do is I want to use my pair confluence to look at all the other pairs that having AUD as a base currency pair. Okay, I'm going to switch to AUD JPY. Okay, AUD JPY. Okay, I believe that it is coming here as well, so I definitely see a push to this side before the market pushes to the downside. Okay, that's another confluence. And then we jump to AUD CAD. We can see, okay, let me remove this. We can see that AUD CAD is on a very significant structure that has been respected on previous occasion multiple times. You can see here, and now we are currently on that zone, as you can see here, and that is our support structure right there. So we highly anticipate a market that is going to push to the upside from here. As you can see, this is what I'm anticipating on the upcoming employment change for AUD. Okay, before we conclude on our analysis, let's look at AUD chef. And then AUD chef, you can see that we had the structure here. Okay, we had this structure, we had this market pushing to the downside. Okay, we had this market. Okay, let me just remove this. We had this market ranging from here between these two zones. We haven't reached this support structure here, and remember what I said on my previous video, that the market is simple price action moving from one zone to another significant zone, and in this case we have moved from this zone to this zone, to this zone to that zone, and from their resistance to this support, from this support to that resistance. So what is next is from this resistance to this support. So we haven't reached this support here, but then we have formed a W here, meaning that before we even come here, we are most likely to see the market pushing to the upside to complete the W before we can find that push to the downside, which will give us the sell on a higher time frame. As you can see that I'm on a time frame here, so I definitely am looking for a bullish move for the upcoming employment change based on both my fundamental analysis and technical analysis, which is combined with the confluence of the pairs as well. And I will be taking this trade on the AMs, and I'll be providing feedback on the upcoming days as to how it went, so that I can provide transparency towards your guys. With that being said, I highly appreciate your times. Don't forget to subscribe, make sure you like the video, share with your friends and your family, and yeah, I'll see you all on the next video.